That I got nothing left to lose. Broken and bruised, black and blue, still on the move. And I'm showing the world I still got a lot more to prove. Now I'm coming out, swinging for your throat in the ring. Standing there bleeding, yeah, you know what I bring. Know what I mean? Dark when the bell is rung, cause it's a little too late now to tell me run. Get up and run. You're broken every part of me. I'm putting it up, baby, down. I keep rising higher, higher, higher now. Don't fuck with me. Never gonna hold me down. I keep rising higher, higher, higher. The world can't stop me now. You tears to calm before the storm. I was born for more, now you got me ready for war. Remember my name, everybody out of my way. Back up or get knocked out, this ain't a game. Cause I never stay down when they push me around. See the world stand up when they give me the crown. Now it's go time, do or die, dead or alive. You can try to kill me, but I will survive. I will survive. You're broken every part of me. I'm putting it baby down. I keep rising higher, higher, higher now. Don't fuck with me. Never gonna hold me down. I keep rising higher, higher, higher. The world can't stop me now. You can't stop me. Can't stop me. No, 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 you can't stop me. I'm bloodied and I'm beaten down. I keep rising higher, 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 higher. You're broken every part of me. I'm bloodied and I'm beaten down. I keep rising higher, higher, higher now. Don't fuck with me. Never gonna hold me down. I keep rising higher, higher, higher. The world can't stop me now. Can't stop me, no, can't stop me.
What's up, all y'all trickly bastards, and welcome back to It 17, or no, this is Ill Trained Fighters. As always, I'm Athen, and we got the Harambe Keeper here. So, for whatever reason, Don or Chey or no one else was showing up today, so
Okay.
we're going to be rolling it like this. I got a few things to talk about. Hopefully, someone decides they're going to hop on at some point. So,
You know, you couldn't have timed it better. I'm about to turn on my old ass PS3, which I think just funky something because dancing up. The screen's just dancing all over the place, and it's got to do an update of some kind. Dude, you want to see how old my? Here's what I got. Look at that, right? Let's see if I can get it. It's an old ass PS3. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like ancient gangster like that, dude. Like ancient is, yeah, it's kind of frightening actually. And I got a TV. That's, yeah. I know I got to do a system update. Shut up. Anyways, yeah, I I'm the guy who runs everything into the ground. I got the PS3, I got the tube TV. My tires I bought in 2016 are drag slicks now. I mean, like, yeah, it's like that, bro. So yeah, this year's got to be my damn year as far as getting the book published, getting this up and running, because I have to upgrade. There's no not upgrading at this point. I'm on the phone now, but and this is weird getting used to the cameras. Anyways, I got a laptop hopefully coming this week, and holy crap. Here, you want to see something stupid? Just yeah, it's like screw you, we're done.
That's funny. That looks more like it's from the TV right there. So Jonathan Wilson said, "Huh?
You don't think it's the PS3 itself?"
No, that looks more like it would be a TV issue.
Okay, so all right, let me turn it off and then back on, see what happens. I'll leave it off for about 30 seconds. Anyways, yeah, I gotta do house cleaning because when I went to Ohio, my place was an absolute. Okay, if I was a bachelor and admitting it's bad, that means it's a disaster here at this point. So, I'm gonna play ancient ass Skyrim. I'm trying to find one last jewel left so I can get the stupid quest done. And yes, I have 1,000 hours on the game Skyrim because as they used to say in South Park, how can you kill that which has no life?
So we got Sean Rebels checking in the comments. He's asked where Niko's at. Niko said he was not going to be able to show up early on. He had something he had to do today, I think. So.
Wait, let's see what would happen. All right. It's being retarded as hell.
So, anyways,
as hell right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and get into one of the things I had to talk about for this week.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, first and foremost, one of the biggest things that happened this week was if you remember the show from the early '90s, Saved by the Bell. Dustin Diamond.
We lost Screech. You know, 21. Yep. Okay, 2021 can kiss my ass. We lost
the guy who plays Screech on Saved by the Bell died this week. Dustin Diamond, and it says in an article from the Mirror, which was an interview with his girlfriend, said that his final tragic days was when he was scared and in pain and didn't want to die. Says Dustin Diamond's girlfriend has opened up about his tragic final days before he died from cancer this week. The Saved by the Bell actor died on Monday, just 3 weeks after being diagnosed with stage 4 small cell lung carcinoma. He was just 44 years old. His girlfriend, known as Tosh, has revealed when she last spoke to him as his friend, she said he was scared, in pain, and didn't want to die in the final few days of his life. Dustin had been hospitalized on Friday before being released around noon on Monday and taken to a friend's house for hospice care. Tosh and the friend were preparing his bedroom, and Dustin was still on the hospital bed in the living room where she found him not breathing. Tosh revealed that the last time when he was able to speak to her was the day before he died.
Damn.
So she told the Daily Mail, even though he was struggling to breathe and had difficulty speaking, he was able to get out the words to me, "I love you." Told him I loved him back. The Friday before he died, Dustin was having problems with his breathing, so he was rushed to the hospital. Doctors found that his liver enzymes were elevated 5 times the normal level, and his lungs were filling up with fluid. Then on Monday, he was taken to his friend's house. His friend, Dan Block, told the site, "We aren't really sure when Dustin actually died, if he died at Joel's house or if he died en route after leaving the hospital."
That's bad when you die when your lungs are filled with water, you're basically suffocating. So
Yep.
That's a painful ass way to go.
So, yeah, that would be a shitty way to go. Effectively drowning and all that. So, yep. He had a do not resuscitate order. So the paramedics rushed to the house. He was pronounced dead. He had a do not resuscitate order, and Dan added, "It was terrible. We're all crying that he was gone. We knew he was suffering, and now he wasn't." So, we lost Screech this week. That's a pretty shitty situation. So,
Well, I mean, he died a few days ago, and I suppose I shouldn't have put like a meme that said life and career just came to a screeching halt, so I can feel bad about that. But you know,
because it kind of sort of did.
whoops. It's that damn morbid it's that damn gallows humor. It's how you
Right.
open it. It's sad when a guy who you know, like what I always think, based on the way I've lived my life, if I outlive a civilian who hasn't, you know, been downrange, it's like that is just next level. That's just tragic, because based on everything I've done to myself, the fact that I'm not dead is nothing short of miraculous. So I'm
Right.
oh yeah, I should have been dead several times, but that's that's a story for another time.
Stories for another time. That's where they're always at.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so there's that one.
We
So
lost another really super high-powered actor too this week. So it's Screech, the dude who played the Klingon whatever in Undiscovered Country, just died. He was a classically trained actor and everything. So we got to lose one more to complete the trifecta. So this
right.
is
There's gonna be one more person. So.
Yep. Dude. Yeah.
So, there's that. Like I said, let's all have a moment of silence for Screech and his family, and yeah. So I could just, just the thought of knowing like that, just because, like I said, he got notified or he got diagnosed 3 weeks before he died. So it's just like,
that's horrible.
Yeah, the part where it says where he was afraid to die is the part that's kind of the most, I guess you say, gripping of it. It's like I can just imagine sitting there like knowing you're gonna die and there's absolutely nothing that can be done about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got a few other stories here. Let's see. We got a bunch of other stories. I want to see if Dawn actually hops on at some point. Today's the Super Bowl also, in case y'all didn't know that. So that could have a little bit to do with other people not being here, and it'll also affect our viewership for this week as well. So,
that's fine. They'll tune in later, like if it's a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they always do.
So let's see. I gotta make sure I'm looking at the right stories. I zoomed up or scrolled up way too far. So, there we go. All right, so we got another story we're gonna cover right here. Activision, who, if you don't know, is the developers for Modern Warfare, and it says a writer says the character in Modern Warfare, Mara, is being Activision is being sued because of her. So, writer says the character is based on one he created for a speculative film pitch called November Renaissance. Activision is facing a copyright infringement suit brought by writer, photographer, and videographer Clayton Howen, who alleges that Call of Duty Modern Warfare character Mara is based on a character he created in 2017 for November Renaissance, a story that he hoped to build into a feature film. The lead character in November Renaissance is Kay Jonas, a female vigilante and pariah figure caught up in near-future cooperative warfare directed by non-human intelligence. Over control, the process of human augmentation. It all sounds very Deus Ex-like, although Haugen said that opting for a woman in the lead role would distinguish it from an oversaturated market of action and science fiction movies. The project was actually rooted in a successful Kickstarter campaign that ran all the way back in early 2012. Although the description of the film in the lawsuit available on Torrent Freak is quite a bit different from this early concept. It's a pretty generic B-movie setup overall, but Haugen went all in on the lead character, hiring someone to portray her and creating a portfolio of photographs of the character decked out with various military props, all of which he says he registered with the U.S. Copyright Office. Says Haugen pitched his idea to various film studios and also posted the photos on his website, Instagram, and a series of calendars. This is where Activision comes into the matter. Haugen claims the publisher copied the photos without his knowledge or permission and used them in a development document for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to illustrate that the game's casting should be reflective of the makeup of the modern population. They went a step further with the next game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The suit claims that Infinity Ward hired the same model and makeup artist that Haugen used for his Cadus Janus photos, had the model's hair done in the same way, posted the Cade Janus photos on a wall at the studio to use as a visual guideline, and when they didn't have female tactical clothing to use for the character, asked the talent to try to get Haugen to lend her the same clothing and props from his Cade Janus photographs. Well, damn. So
that's just blatant, dude. They're not even. They were. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna feel horrible here in a sec. Activision. I'm 45. Activision is as old as I am, easily.
Yep.
They've been around forever, so they should really know better. So either A, they're under new management and somebody's just a dumbass, or B, they're not even back. Hey, we want it. We're stealing it. There you go. You know.
So it's looking like, so we got Cade Janus 4, Cade Janus 8, Cade Janus 11, 12. I don't know what all those numbers are next to them. Those are all pictures of the Cade Janus character. And then we got Mara in-game character right there. I suppose I can see the similarities, yeah. But I don't know. I was expecting
like a common militant Karen haircut right there.
I was
Karen, yeah.
I was just figuring we'd see something a little more like blatant in the pictures, but hey.
But again, it's Activision. It's been around forever. You think they'd know better? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So they probably doing it because they know that they aren't gonna. This guy's not gonna be able to do anything. He obviously has the ability to say something, like he has, but it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Well. So we got Jennifer saying she'll be on here in a little bit or shortly. She's cooking. Yeah, she says she thinks this one is just someone money grabbing, and that's exactly what it seems like. So we got Bean Bomber doing a bunch of baby emojis, looks like.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's butthurt kind of a connotation. I don't know. I'm guessing. I hate as somebody who's about to be a published author. I hate emojis because they've probably done more damage to the spoken and written word and just making people lazy and communicating. No offense to Bean Bomber, but I'm just saying, just from my general experience, I hate emojis for the most part because it's just making us lazy from a communication standpoint.
It's true.
Yeah.
So rolling on into another thing. So this is kind of not so much of a story as much of an update. So we've got right here State of Mind, which is the band that does our intro song.
I need that stuff for my intro too. They're good, dude.
So the song we use is Can't Stop Me, but there's another song that they have. It's a Garth Brooks cover of The Thunder Rolls, is #1 on the Hot Hard Rock songs. So that's pretty awesome. Give them some love. So go ahead and run on over, check out State of Mind, tell them that you heard about them on Ill Train Fighters over at WO Radio. So I just wanted to throw that one out there real quick. We're going to burn through these stories real fast, I'm thinking. So, because a lot of these stories were with having Don here in mind. So, let's see. We got another one right here. I'm not going to know a whole lot on this one. But new Critics' Choice sale on PS5 and PS4 offers steep discounts on excellent games. So coming up, there's the Critics' Choice sale is a PlayStation sale, kind of like Steam has their sales and all that stuff. So PS5, PlayStation does their own sale. So their discounts for this week. Let's see. The sale runs until the 18th, so you still have about 11 days to be able to get in there and see what you want to be able to save on. It includes several cross-gen games that launched on PS4 and come with free PS5 upgrades, such as Ubisoft's Breath of the Wild inspired adventure Immortals: Phoenix Rising, which is down to $36. You can also get Watch Dogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla for $30 and $40 respectively. While Destiny 2's latest major expansion, Beyond Light, is on sale for $26.79. And Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition is discounted to $36.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in on. I gotta jump in on this because I'm an ancient gamer, again, Activision ancient. Okay, as you can tell, I've got an ancient gangster ass PS3 that I've had since. Damn, it's been a while. Should I just wait for the 5 and just jump into that when I can afford it, or should I get a 4? I mean, I'm not saying the 3's dying, but the TV sure as hell is.
I would say at this particular point in the cycle, just because you're going to go out and get a PS4. If you're getting one that's worth a damn, you're still going to be spending about $300, and you can get a digital version of the PS5 for $300 or $400. So it's like legitimately more cost effective to go with a 5 than it is a 4 right now.
So here's the other thing. Am I a gamer perspective? Am I a heathen for really not getting into the Assassin's Creed series? I mean, because it looks good. It looks like something I'd like.
So the Assassin's Creed series is, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it is a great series. It's got one of the best storylines that I can even remember having inside of a game. Like if you play from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way through, it's an amazing storyline.
Okay.
It's got lots of, lore to it and all that. The thing with it is like the first 3 Assassin's Creed were really, really, at least the first 3 were like really redundant and kind of just the same exact repetitive stuff through them all. So, and it's not until you get around to Assassin's Creed 4 and all those that they start expanding more into like an RPG type game than just.
I love that. I'm an old school RPG guy, but I'll tell you right now, if I got caught playing like Fortnite by some of my, I've got two gamer buddies right now. If I got caught playing Fortnite, they would horsewhip me with a sock filled with bar soap. I mean, they would recreate the scene from not Heartbreak Ridge. From damn it, what I just literally said what the scene was. I can't remember the name of it. No, they would recreate the scene from Full Metal Jacket on my ass if they caught me playing Fortnite.
That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, I fear for my own safety with my veteran gamer brothers, I can't play Fortnite. So I'm going to do Assassin's Creed. I'm an unabashed nerd when it comes to RPGs, so I'll be doing the Final Fantasy stuff, especially the old stuff. I love the old ass turn-based stuff because the anticipation of either killing or being killed, I love that. So,
but and then moving forward with like Assassin's Creed, it's an open world stealth game. So like there's gonna be people where that just doesn't appeal to. Like I'm even gonna admit it, in the newer Assassin's Creeds, I've kind of fallen off on them. The last one I played was Valhalla. So yeah,
dude, when I play my Skyrim, I literally just wander all over the place with the bow, crouched and just assassinate. That's what I do. Well, I mean, yes, I do the melee. I do it just to kind of balance out the melee and the stealth. But yeah, I'll spend hours on end just crouching around, assassinating people, and mammoths and giants and dragon. Yeah, I love assassinating people from afar. It's just my thing. So yeah,
it's like I haven't really gotten too horribly much into like so let me rephrase that. So I do like games like Assassin's Creed and Skyrim and Fallout and all that stuff. I love those games and I'll play the hell out of them. Yeah. But for me, the replay value on them, like I'm weird when it comes to that. It's like after I've beaten the game like Skyrim or gotten most of the way through it, and other games that are critically acclaimed are coming out, I tend to kind of drift away from them. I prefer more MMO and multiplayer type games because I enjoy the actual interaction with other people because it brings a whole other element. So it's like right now I'm playing Atlas.
Yeah.
which is a open world sandbox pirate game. Like you legitimately build your own ship from the ground up, right? And then you go out and you have open world PvP battles. You can have PvE. Like yesterday, I was playing with my clan that I'm in, and we went and raided another faction's island, and we destroyed like 4 or 5 of their ships. They got one of ours and all kinds of stuff. This was like real time PvP battle with like 12 ships and freaking 20 people involved. So
hey, if I traded in my PS3 do you think I get some trade-in value for a PS3 up to a PS5, or is it a classic GameStop $350?
Yeah, it's not even. You're not going to get much out of a PS3. They lost their value years ago, so you might get.
You mean like a collector who really wants one?
Well, if you to a collector, you might be able to get 100 or so maybe off of it. GameStop's probably going to give you 50, 60 for it. I'd say maybe.
Wow,
maybe.
Oh wow, yeah.
And that's mostly because they can be recycled. So, and if you knew the process of being able to refine the gold off of the circuit boards and all that stuff and blah blah blah, you could potentially take your PS3 and refine all the gold out and make more money off of it yourself. But that's a lot of effort refining the gold off the circuit cards.
The BS benefit ratio isn't there. Yeah, I got you. Gotcha. So, no, it's time to upgrade, and I've always been torn. So when I get, depending on how everything plays out this year, I'll never be able to decide between the PlayStation and Xbox. I'll just get one of each, know, because that's just I'm too torn, and I'll have to get 2 TVs, yada yada yada. So it's got to be really good because, dude, my ancient ass MacBook Pro, my 11-year-old MacBook Pro is dead. Like it is deader than a doornails, and I've got a new laptop, a used laptop coming. Hopefully, I'll have it this coming week, so I'll have that. But here's the thing: here's how you write a book, and I'm telling you what's going to happen. I have a 10-year-old laptop that I've damn near gutted and rebuilt. Not in person. I paid for it because it's my manuscript laptop. I'll have my manuscript laptop, the old one. I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to transfer everything over to a new one, and God help me, don't flog me. I'm going to go with another Mac because when it comes to writing, it's a classic case of better the devil you know. So I'm going to have strictly the manuscript laptop that I only use encrypted email to send to correspond and swap stuff out. I'll have a laptop for strictly internet use and research. I'll have a PC and a laptop for gaming. I'll have, you see what I'm saying? I'm that specific and orderly in all my stuff. And if I'm going to get a PC, it's going to be some Alienware, liquid cooled, can hack into the the Starship Enterprise, yada yada yada. There's this system I saw, this gaming system. It's a literal chair where the screen comes down. You got a fridge on this side. You got the tower on this side, and it's obscenely huge. I'd have to find it on YouTube again. $30,000 freaking dollars, and I just started drooling. There's the drool just coming down either side of my Fu Manchu, and I'm like, it's like I might as well get this stuff while I'm still single. You know what I'm saying?
But refining gold off of circuit cards is a process. Like it's actual legit like alchemical process. You have to do things like make aqua de regio. And then you have to strip the gold off the contacts of the circuit boards, which will put them in a lead solution. You use the aqua de regia to convert that lead with the golden solution into gold. And
that's no joke.
So. Yeah, it's a little bit more desperate than stripping copper from like old buildings and like old cables and stuff. I mean, it's like a whole new level of desperation.
Yeah.
So that's why it's really only cost effective to do it in a commercial setting.
Right. All right.
right, you're here. I am actually cooking too. So you two talk. I'm gonna flip my grub and see how much time I got left. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
And then Jennifer said she'll probably be back, or she'll probably be on here in a little bit. She's making some food right now. So I'll continue on with the stuff that we were talking about. So I was talking about the Critics' Choice sale on PlayStation right now. So they've got quite a few good games, it looks like, that are on sale right now. So you can get games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Batman Arkham Collection, Call of Duty Modern Warfare for $45, Destiny 2, Grand Theft Auto Premium Edition for $15. You can get Immortals Phoenix Rising for $36.
What's
Rainbow
Immortals, by the way?
What's Immortals? What is it?
Yeah. I don't think I've heard that one yet.
So Immortals Phoenix Rising. Let's see.
Or should you just like rattle off your list first? I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like interrupt you there.
Oh no, so I haven't actually heard of Immortals Phoenix Rising. Well, I have, but I don't really know much about it. It looks like it's an open world thing. Pushing that link didn't get me any info on it. Phoenix Rising. So let's see. No, that's not giving me a description of it. It's on Stadia too. So, Mortals Phoenix Rising. Play as Phoenix, a new winged demigod on a quest to save the Greek gods and their home from a dark curse. Take on mythological beasts, master the legendary powers of the gods, and defeat Typhon, the deadliest titan in Greek mythology, in an epic fight for the ages. So, looks like it's going to be an open world kind of RPG type thing, kind of almost looking like a button masher type.
Oh, really? Okay. So what else is on this sale? I think Steam's doing a sale still.
I think Steam sale is going to be starting here soon. Let me see. I have Steam open also. See if there's a sale right now. Yeah, it's the 2K publisher sale right now.
Okay.
So that's going to be a lot of sports games that you got on there. And then we've also got Red Dead Redemption 2 on sale for $30. You can get Rainbow Six Siege Gold Edition for $22. Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 are all on sale. 2's at $16.
Ooh, 7's on sale?
Yep, at $10 right now.
Oh wait, this is through PlayStation.
Are they going to have Skyrim PS5 or no?
Skyrim on PS5, probably not.
Oh,
I mean, it'll be backward compatible, I'm sure, but
I'm not gonna start cursing. I'm gonna be mad as hell. Oh man.
So Sekiro.
Yeah, but Skyrim's like one of those games like now where like you might as well just find like, you know, like a CD key or like a cracked copy of it, because I think Skyrim is still going for a stupid amount of money right now.
Yeah, Skyrim's actually still full price.
I've got one in my PS3 right now.
So if you have it for your PS3, I don't think it's going to be backwards compatible like that if you have an actual disc. If you had it digitally, you might be able to get it backwards compatible, but I think regardless, if it is backwards compatible on the PS5, you're probably going to have to buy it again. So, and like Don was saying, I think it's still going for almost full price, if not full price right now.
Yeah, I just looked up Resident Evil. Well, I'm looking about PC. I can't see for PlayStation, but I just looked at like Resident Evil 7 still running like they want $30 for it right now, and Skyrim they want $40 right now.
All I want is for Skyrim on PS5 so I can go back to running around sniping people. That's all I care about.
Oh, geez.
That's what I do. I walk around crouching and just sniping people from as far away as possible.
Witcher 3 is still $40 right now. That's a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean that I pretty much did like the same play style where it's like I ended up being, you know, stealth rogue.
So far all we've covered is Dustin Diamond passing away, the Mara lawsuit, and then we got into that Steam. Or
which lawsuit?
The Mara, the Activision being sued over Mara.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's all we've covered so far. So
yeah, I apologize, class. My alarm was set to be here, but sometimes just like working night shift just gets to you.
Oh yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, so it's just like one of those things.
wait. Oh, back to Skyrim real quick. Is it on PS4?
Yeah, Skyrim's on PlayStation 4.
All right, I'll get a 4. I'll get a 4 just for the Skyrim. And all I'm going to say is they damn. Okay, when are we going to find out if it's backwards compatible, whether I can play it on the 3 or the 4? And can I transfer stuff from my 3 to my 4 where I can play it that way?
No, because the backwards compatibility with PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 3 and also Xbox One to Xbox 360 was freaking janky at best.
Yeah, but PlayStation did a better job than Xbox did.
Yeah. So, I mean, the best way that you can get backwards compatibility is there's a subscription service you can get through PlayStation Network that allows you to be able to stream or download games that they have in a specific library.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a lot of your backwards compatible games there. As far as putting a disc into your PlayStation 4 from PlayStation 3, they really didn't do a very good job with that. So I won't give any promises on that.
We'll have to talk about that because I like my old school stuff, and yeah. Also, let's see the TV.
So, and Jennifer Westerman is saying that the PlayStation VR Skyrim was amazing. I haven't played any VR games yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, I saw clips of that. I mean, just the whole concept. I mean, and for the fact that like that game's like so old, it doesn't really take you out compared to like a lot of VR games now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you'll have like your AAA titles that put in the time to actually have like good enough graphics in the VR that it kind of makes it worth it. But then again, you have like a lot of VR games now that are just like, all right, what the hell is this crap? And it's like, oh, I'm on PC now, and then like we're on like next gen consoles, and then VR still looks like crap for the most part.
So it's like I know my PC is capable of running VR. I haven't, because VR headsets are still so stupid expensive.
Oh yeah, and then what is it? The there's I think like Facebook just had one. I don't want to say it's the Oculus, or then it could be that, or it's like you need like a Facebook account to even like use it.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Good news. The TV settled down, so I'm actually doing my update now. So there's some good news. It's an old as dirt tube TV. So yeah.
Let's see. All right, you guys brought up some sales. You brought up Dustin Diamond dying.
His life came to a screeching halt.
Sadly.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that was just too good.
The sad part is it's kind of legit because he found out 3 days before he died. He was
wow.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Somebody else died. Christopher Plummer died this week.
Undiscovered Country. Damn it. The dude who played in Star Trek Undiscovered Country, the bald guy, was a classically trained actor. He's old as dirt. Yeah. Yeah,
like I just said. Christopher Plummer just died.
Yep.
So Christopher Plummer died at the age of 91.
Whew. Okay, so he had a good life. Okay, no, yeah.
Oh, in my home state of Connecticut. So for those of you that don't know Christopher Plummer, like mentioned, classically trained actor in such. I'm just gonna roll off some of his highlights. He was in I Know the Sound of Music. He was in as mentioned before, he was in Star Trek. He was in what? I got his filmography pulled up. Let's see. Sound of Music. He was in Oedipus the King. He was in, Waterloo and Aces High, Silent Partner, Star Crash, Eyewitness, High Point, The Tin Soldier. He was in Dragnet. Oh, I remember that one.
He is like ancient, basically. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like him and Christopher Lee. I mean, even though Christopher Plummer hasn't done anything in a while, Christopher Lee, like, if you guys know him from like as Saruman from like the Lord of the Rings series, he acted into his 90s. Like you see, like in the Lord of the Rings movies, I think he was like, late 80s. I think. Well, what was the last one he was in? Like one of those Hobbit movies
Yeah,
when they did like the Hobbit trilogy. Yeah, he was like in his late 80s if he wasn't pushing 90 already, and he was already doing that. So, but Christopher Lee is just like a badass on his own. So, it's like a whole different story. So yeah, I mean, I grew up seeing some movies of this guy. So, oh wait, he was also in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. He played like the
right, that was a good movie.
Yeah, or the remake, I should say. Let me specify the remake.
The American version.
Yeah. So,
because I actually watched the French version of it.
I don't want to say Swedish. I want to say
Finnish.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Athen. Yeah, it's the Scandinavian version. So we'll be safe and call like a group of countries that.
We'll just say
right. Oh, let's see. What else do we have going on? We've got news announcing that Battlefield 6 is actually going to compete with Call of Duty this year. Not much can really be said about the upcoming Battlefield game other than everything has been speculation and rumors because thanks to, COVID last year and development being put down a standstill, we've got, a lot of work that's been like halted. But however, there have been like decrypted tweets from studios like DICE and EA saying that they're speculating that like Battlefield 6 is going to be like 120 versus 120 online. Damn. And it's also speculated to be a modern shooter. And, they go on to like say X, Y, and Z because there was another leak, I think, like the last year. It was like pretty much an engine test or like a video test where it showed like character models and then like some different physics. I'm just excited to have like another decent Battlefield game.
If it is actually going to be a decent, but how are they? They're going all in looking for 120 versus 120.
I mean, that's not that far, right? Because Warzone's like already over 100 people in like certain lobbies right now, right?
Yeah.
So you're doubling that. I mean, they were already 64 versus 64, right? Planet Side 2, I think, was doing 100 v 100.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But if you guys have seen Planet Side 2, it's kind of janky, right? But when you actually have the money like EA, DICE to back you up, I mean, as long as the service can support it. However, the biggest problem is, especially with Battlefield 5, is it all comes down to like their launch and like how buggy they're going to be and how much support of this quote unquote live service are they going to have. Because the thing with Battlefield 5 is that they never fix the issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take them weeks and weeks, if not months, in order to fix the simplest issues that they had. If there was something wrong with the microtransaction process, they were on top of that. Right.
My thoughts are they probably just realized where with Battlefield 5, they just didn't meet everyone's expectations. No one was really happy with it. So I'm thinking they just kind of, for lack of better phrases, killed their baby and just started focusing on what's up next. Yeah,
but they're owned by EA. EA makes the call, on how much money and dedication that they want to support into the Battlefield franchise, right? If EA being EA, if they're going to be the ones to say, you know what, it is what it is, right? We're just sitting back to like reap the rewards off of it. Then what can DICE do? I mean, that's what happens when you get bought out,
True. So, but yeah, and I am looking forward to Battlefield 6 is what this one's going to be.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Unentitled Battlefield 6.
So kind of looking forward to see what it's going to be like because I am ready for a good Battlefield. I haven't seen a good Battlefield since Battlefield Hardline. I mean, Battlefield 1 wasn't horrible.
I hated 1.
So it's like I was able to roll with Battlefield 1. After Battlefield 1, I just couldn't do it anymore. So,
right. Yeah, for me it was just like the setting and like the weapons and everything in it. But like I played the hell out of like Battlefield 4. And then that was at a time when Call of Duty they just got done with like Advanced Warfare, so they jumped into like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare and all that stuff. So Call of Duty got ridiculous. The netcode was definitely bothering me. And if you guys don't know about the netcode issue, then I mean it's the reason why Call of Duty's crap. And so like, I grew up and I went on Battlefield and environmental destruction and then like 64 versus 64 in Conquest, and so I mean it was actually fun.
But yeah, I've played Battlefield since like Battlefield 2 in the early thousands. So
yeah, I played what was my first Battlefield game? I think like Bad Company 2. And I think like the only problem about that was like you could like literally run from objective to objective, not do anything, just run to like the area and then just like progress through the story. I think there was maybe a couple places where like I actually had to like fight people because like the objective was like hold down this area for X amount of time. But other than that, it would just be like go here, and I just like jump in a Jeep or just like I just like book it from like point A to point B and just like progress the story. And I was like, this is dumb.
So we got Phoenix here from what was the name of your show again? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Jen, but I go by Blue Phoenix. It's just Blue Phoenix Gaming. It's just going to be everything gaming.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. Speaking about more games. All right. These are going to go back to back. Looks like Activision is committed more to commits to monthly Warzone updates on anti-cheat and bans over 60,000 players in a single wave.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But 60,000 isn't that exactly that much considering how many people play Warzone.
And you also got to realize most of those people are going to be coming right back with a new account because they
right. I mean, they've done it before, but I guess
if they're that committed to cheating, they're going to come back.
Right. I guess like they want a pat on the back because they banned 60,000 people finally. But I mean, it's been going on for like the longest time, like since a few weeks after the game come out. And then in like the game's free, so you're basically going to have cheaters. Let's see. I'll just pull it here. Activision never addressed the problem, but it's starting to take a charge now. In a blog post by a publisher, announced that a couple initiatives in hopes that it will seriously cut down on cheating in warfare. For starters, over 60,000 cheaters have been banned in a new big wave, bringing the total to over 300,000 since Warzone's induction less than a year ago. Activision is always working on upgrading the anti-cheat tech, quote unquote, always working on, and further enhancing its ability to detect cheating. So part of the same commitment, the company is putting more resources towards monitoring enforcement. Yeah, okay. Even bigger news, Raven Software will communicate regular updates on the process of players. Well, yeah, so they're full of shit.
You've got all these games that are actually able to like effectively, control cheating for the most part. How is like Activision having so much problem with it?
Because they're not doing anything about it. Granted,
they make more money off all these people starting new accounts.
So this is gonna be like Facebook. Everybody and their mother's got multiple accounts so they can troll / So it's Facebook.
Yeah, but with Warzone, it's tied down to your hardware. Like
so you have to get a whole new console.
Yeah, and if you're on PC, you pretty much got to change out like your motherboard and your video card, and sometimes like your processor just to like tie it back to this account. But the other fact is that like these cheats keep on coming out, and then, I mean, they're just not banning enough people fast enough. Granted, they are putting out plenty of content in the store for you to buy, right? Skins and cosmetics and everything else. And they are on top of putting out their seasons when they said they are, but they're not taking the effort to fix the game, because fixing the game doesn't net you money, right? When they see an increase in people dropping and not playing the game, right? So that affects their money. And then they see the drop and they're like, oh, why don't we have this many people playing? And then they look it up. Oh, people are bitching because of X, Y, and Z. Right. And then they'll make, the effort to fix it. Yes, they are a lot better than what we just mentioned was DICE in EA, which they didn't do anything. So,
There it is.
All right, nice. Yeah, so they just don't care, because the stim glitch came back 5 times again, and then you've got Warzone you've got Cold War integrated into Warzone, and then none of the stats on the all the attachments on the guns are bogus, and then nothing matches, all the stats are jacked, and it's if you want to use a Cold War gun, you pretty much have to jump on Reddit or find a page where somebody's actually done the math and said, oh, this is what the real stats are for these attachments.
Really?
Yeah. All the Cold War guns in Warzone right now, let's say you have you your list of attachments and the stats that are associated with those, say I don't know, a certain suppressor says you have increased damage range, you've got noise reduction, and let's say there's recoil control. But then you will have numbers associated to that. So let's say damage range increase of, I don't know, 10 yards, right? And then you'll have recoil control, vertical negative, let's say 8%, right? It could be no recoil control, and then it'll be maybe damage increase of range by 2 yards or something like that, right?
Okay.
All the numbers associated with it are jacked, so it's you can't even believe it.
Damn. And honestly, I wasn't really that impressed with many of the guns on Black Ops this time around.
Yeah, but Cold War, the Mac 10 is it's in the meta right now, and it is a beast.
And I honestly don't see how the kick on it is so bad.
Yeah, I guess on the meta strats where it's they've got a certain loadout that they're running, and then if that's the go-to, then everybody just works off of that and then compensates. Because right now, I think I'm still using. I just jumped back on to the MP7. I was using the Fennec for a while because it was just a bullet hose of just blasting people close range. But the recoil on it, it was just so ridiculous. I couldn't take anybody at range. So
when I was playing, or when I stopped playing, I was on the M60, was what was freaking basically the most OP gun.
Ow, Wyatt.
Right, but for a while there, they had the DMR, which was just controlling the meta, and it was ruining the game. I'm where you could basically 3-shot somebody. And so,
I'll be honest though, I really honestly think, and I know people hate it and it's annoying, but the sword is unreal. I can take it through onslaught and just rip people apart.
Right. I mean, it was the same thing with what do they call them in the game? They call them the collie sticks in the game.
That's in the Modern Warfare, yeah.
Yeah, and they just tear through people. And that's I mean, I don't want to get into it. I mean, that's the same as every other Call of Duty, one melee knife swipe will just take you out.
Well, that's I'm playing Onslaught right now and went up against 2 mimics. And 3 blade swipes and they're down.
Right. Yeah, and so Warzone, where you've got 3 plates of armor and then all your health and everything. Let's see. more to do with the ban hammer. More than 90,000 Rainbow Six Siege players were banned in 2020. So this is great. Now Ubisoft is patting themselves on the back, but then again, Ubisoft is generally pretty good when it comes to something like this because Rainbow Six Siege is also a highly competitive game. It's like esports level right now, but to then just like toot your own horn and saying, "Hey, we've been doing a good job and we've banned like this many people." I mean, that doesn't really say much. It's like, all right, so you banned that many people last year. What are you doing? What are you doing concurrently? But it's saying that the developer has been talking about anti-cheat in the game, and it's also shedding some light on what happened and what's going to happen because Ubisoft and Blizzard are really known for milking out what they have.
But like you were saying, they're like Rainbow Six is actually really good at dealing with cheaters and all that stuff. Like you get banned quick, like just auto bans. Like even just typing anything even remotely toxic in chat, you'll get freaking booted for 24 hours off the game.
Right.
Actually witnessed it happen to freaking Josh once. Someone asked a question. It was like a loaded question.
Stop it.
The answer was kind of sort of like saying something gay or something like that, and he typed it back and he got a ban for 3 hours.
I'm sure he loved that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like blamed them, and then it's like, well, dude, you also could have like not answered.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, okay. Ubisoft explains that it's exceeded its previous annual ban record by 44.73% last year when it banned 91,000 players. It was also aided by improved detection, detailed reporting, and data sharing with BattleEye. However, the developer does admit that increasing availability of cheats keeps it on its toes. So it's important to go with important for the ongoing fight. New type of cheat sanction based on player data was also introduced in August of last year. It led to more than 4,500 players being banned between August and December, which led to 52.69% increase in cheating bans when added to Ubisoft's cheating sanctions. So yeah, like I said, they're patting themselves on the back, trying to say, "Oh yeah, our anti-cheat's awesome. We banned this many players," and but Siege isn't free. Right.
Siege is free now, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it's there's still it's at least like I don't know, $10, $12, or maybe like 22. No, I don't want to open up Discord. Damn it.
I thought it was free on the PlayStation at least, but that could have just been an offer.
Yeah, but you're not going to have many cheaters on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the biggest thing is always going to be like PC players. Or come on, Rainbow Six Siege. $20 for Rainbow Six Siege right now. And so that's the thing. It's like games that you actually have to pay for. I mean, you're not going to have that many cheaters because not that many people are going to be inclined, to cheat on a game they actually pay for. Because if you get banned or perma-banned on it, then you have to dump in more money for it.
And I guess another big thing with cheaters is like they have controllers out there that you can buy and that are like have like aimbot and shit built into them, like for quick scoping and stuff like that. Phoenix or Jennifer, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah, Wyatt was barking. I was more getting on to Wyatt.
Yeah, so you're also going to have that, but then I mean that's the same thing with like turbo controllers. Back in the day, I mean, if it gives you the edge, and then there's also like some of the controllers that you got like scuff controllers with extra buttons, or buttons that are moved, and then you get
the elite controller that you can program.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's gonna get into a gray area, right? Or like some of the controllers where like you can adjust the stroke on the trigger so you don't actually have to push it as much. So, I mean,
I remember when it was you glued a freaking LED in the center of your screen.
Oh, yeah, or like a piece of tape or like a dry erase marker. I think my monitor right now, I can actually pull up and I'll have like a reticle like center screen so I could like hip fire. Well, I mean, which that only works in like some games. I think I could do that in like Apex, but I remember like I tried to do that in like Call of Duty, and then like it'd just be like ridiculous. On like shots just would not hit. Let's see. People were getting banned, but anyway, so yeah, so that meant to like not that many people are I mean, yeah, people are going to cheat because it's like an esports level game, but since you actually have to pay for the game, I mean, not that many people are going to be inclined to do that for their account and actually spend the money. So the thing like Warzone and CSGO is that it's free, and so people are just going to pump out the cheats for them, and then more people are going to be inclined to actually jump on it because like, oh, it's a free game. What's going to happen? Oh, I get banned and I just got to make a new account, and then that's when like, you know, the thing with Warzone and Activision actually tying the game to a cell phone account, and then B, they started tying it to your hardware, which actually made it a more pain in the ass for cheaters. However, I mean, they're still getting around it somehow, but then they just weren't getting banned. So that was the issue. And it's like, you say you do all this stuff, but then it's like people aren't getting banned in the first place. It's like, yeah, you have like all these repercussions for doing so, but you have to get to that point, right? Oh, let's see. What else do we have? GoldenEye 007 has canceled remaster files that were leaked. So I have nostalgia for this game on the 64. It's probably yeah, it was like one of the best like couch co-op. Or not even co-op. It was like couch versus like shooters at the time. There was that, and then Perfect Dark was on the same engine.
And it all and I think GoldenEye, another big thing about it is ushered the way into like modern type
are you okay?
shooters too.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, it was just like the control scheme and like aiming and stuff. But all right. The game files for Rare's canceled GoldenEye 007 remaster has been shared onto the internet. The remaster originally planned for release on Xbox 360, so you know this is old. Was eventually canceled due to a rights issue. It was brought to everybody's attention again since last month with a video showing a playthrough. But now the files have been posted to archive and sharing sites on the internet, allowing the public to get their hands on the Doom project. As demonstrated by the video uploaded to YouTube, this remaster allows you to swap between original and upgraded visuals, much like Halo. Runs at 60 frames per second, can be played at 4K. Then this wasn't meant for 360. All right, so this article doesn't make any sense, and it's through IGN because it's saying, "Oh yeah, it was made for the 360." Oh, but it'll run in 60 frames and at 4K, which is not capable of the 360.
No,
I actually watched the video and several other people's playthroughs.
Right.
The graphics are amazing. You can tell it was meant for 360, but there's also certain aspects to it that really feel like maybe they were trying to purposely, leak this so that they could get the rights back and release it because it was so popular and so many people wanting it. I really think it was leaked on purpose.
Right, but if that's the case, then it's like, why not just make a new game or make
they did
a spin-off type game? They did.
On the Wii U. It was actually really fun, but it had didn't have Pierce Brosnan in it, and they rewrote the story.
Right, and yeah, I saw clips. Oh wait, there was like a James Bond Legends game, which like took you through like pretty much the whole filmography of it. But that game was like crap from what I've seen.
Oh yeah, I didn't play that one. I did play the remaster on the Wii U, which was really cool because you could take and you could move, and you could actually peek out around corners. So it made the gameplay a little bit more fun because you could actually kind of peek and shoot, and had some really good aspects to it.
Just being able to aim better would make that game, that much more fun. Because what was it on a 64 controller? If you wanted to aim, you had to like use the camera buttons on it.
No, a lot of people don't know this. You could actually plug in two N64 controllers and play it with dual sticks, and you could aim like unrealistic.
Yeah.
I did it, and my brother would cuss me up a storm because I would whoop his ass every time.
Well, yeah, if you're doing it that way. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay. Mass Effect is releasing the Legendary Edition. So the remaster of Mass Effect 1 is getting a lot of praise because the whole thing is reworked. So they're actually going to redo 1, 2, and 3 that I know of. Let's see. See, this is these crap articles. Thank you, Game Informer, for giving me a whole bunch of fluff at the beginning of it. All right. So they are, of course, going to revamp the graphics, remaster it for 4K UHD monitors. They're going to have advanced models, shaders, and effects. Let's see, improved depth of field, dynamic shadows. There's going to be improved combat, improved input and controls, AI improvements, weapons overall rebalance, improved camera angles. It's going to run at 60 frames on. Let's see, it was originally developed for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with uncapped frame rate. But I guess with next gen consoles, there's going to be like improved character customization. So they are going to rework the entire game. And I've seen like clips from the first one that they did, and it does look really good. But I don't know. I could not just get into BioWare's games. Like I played like Knights of the Old Republic, and that was interesting because these BioWare games have a distinct play style. And then even Dragon Age, I didn't quite like the whole gameplay of it. And even with and it carried on in the Mass Effect where like, I mean, yeah, the story was great, character interaction was great, but combat was, for me, not that fun.
I agree with you 100% on Dragon Age. Dragon Age, the only thing that sucked me in it was turn-based role player, but other than that, it sucked.
Right, but it was like turn-based, but it was also live action, which was like almost like what Final Fantasy was doing for a while.
So, I actually quite liked the Mass Effect series. I have to say from BioWare, that's probably the only one I really liked. I played a little bit of Dragon Age, but like you said, I just couldn't really get into it that well. So, but I played all of Mass Effect.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
I was gonna say I hadn't played any of them but the Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2. I loved those games, but I think I loved it because of the choices you could make in it. You really hadn't seen at the time.
Right. And which is great about BioWare. I mean, like their stories, like their whole non-combat aspect of the game, like exploring the worlds, like conversations, character development, all that is like A+ in my opinion. But like when it actually comes to like combat and then like playing through the game that way, it just completely takes you out because they're either doing live action menu systems like Final Fantasy and they have like what I think Dragon Age was the last BioWare game I played, and they had like almost like different abilities which would like then be on cooldown, and then it's like what the hell is this? Or like for what I remember of Mass Effect, where it's like, yeah, you have like your weapons, but then like, you also then have abilities that are like on cooldown as well. And then like just the like combat and gunplay in that game just like made it really hard. It wasn't smooth at all.
Yeah.
And then it just made it really hard to get into.
I've always hated the cooldown concept. Just let me have it. Let me kill. Let me hit, let me do what I need to do. Leave me alone.
Right.
I think what really drew me into the Mass Effect series itself was the fact that, like, from Mass Effect 1, the way you played Mass Effect 1, the way you built your character and all that stuff, when you started playing Mass Effect 2, that all got transferred over, and the playthrough of Mass Effect 2 was affected by how you played Mass Effect 1, and then the same goes for 3.
Yeah, and that's a great way to have people, buy into your series. by having like those important choices like carry over. Let's see, what else do we have?
I've always, because I'm ancient, like, Jennifer, when I say I'm ancient, I when I first got it, we first started the show, we talked about Activision. I said, I'm 45 and Activision has been around as long as I have. So I was basically here for the dawn of the video game age. So I'm like that much of a dinosaur. I've always loved the turn-based because it's the anticipation of either wasting somebody or getting schwacked yourself. So that's something I'm just always going to enjoy.
So I'm older than what I look because everybody tells me I'm younger, but I've been around that long too. Like I had a Commodore 64, I had an Atari 2600.
Yep.
So the turn-based games have always been kind of fun, but I do admit I get very aggravated when it's like, okay, I have to wait. There's a cooldown. Just let me do it.
Right. But I mean, if it's turn-based, then it's turn-based, right?
Yeah,
then
and that's different.
Yeah, and then you can strategize for it. But when it's this live action turn-based thing, then that's what's infuriating. Because it's like, at least turn-based, you can like sit back and think about what you need to do. But when like you're now live action turn-based and you're on the clock, you know, then you have to wait for everything to just like populate. Unless it's like Diablo or WoW, where you actually just have abilities, right, that you can choose to use. And then, but then again, you've got multiple, depending on how many keys are, you know, on your keyboard that you've like binded to it.
You have your micros,
Yeah, and you build a rotation based off of that. So
yeah, there's that, and depending on like what your mana is, and which is why I hated Diablo 3, because they made it for console, and so it's tied to like a controller, and you can only have like 4 abilities or 4 spells, and it's like, all right, so Diablo 2, where I had pretty much like my entire number row set up for spells, and now I'm limited to like 4. I mean, how many people on WoW would actually play a console version where they're only able to use 4 spells or abilities?
Now,
that's why they make mice like this.
No, like I said, console. What if they were to take the game and develop it for console where you can only use 6 abilities, right? Nobody would play it.
Now, in all honesty, though, like I play the Monster Hunter, and there's so many abilities tied to different buttons. I think you could pull it off, but it would take some real work to do it.
Right, but are we talking about like what, 9+ abilities?
Oh no, Monster Hunter, which kind of confused me a little bit when I tried the demo on it. They had just as much as like what you could have on a computer.
Okay. And
but it took a lot of getting used to.
Yeah, and which is what they could have done, you know, but
they won't.
Yeah.
Which is why I hope WoW doesn't come to a console. I love to play WoW, but I really honestly hope it doesn't come.
Yeah, but it's Blizzard, so it's definitely not. I mean, we can barely get them to make new games or update the old ones.
Well, they've said they won't bring it because like Microsoft or PlayStation wants control over the servers.
Right.
And they won't give them that control.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting Blizzard to do something's like almost as bad as trying to get Valve to make Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we've got our thing and it works and we're not really worried about it. I mean, what was Blizzard's last game?
StarCraft?
I was going to say Heroes of the Storm.
Have they just recycled? Have they just recycled and repackaged World of Warcraft like 100 million times? Is that basically all they're ever going to do?
Well, I mean, if it keeps on making the money, I mean, why jump off of that?
Yeah, but
I'm a huge WoW person. I love the lore, and I kind of like how the lore has circled back around. Like, I'm hoping that Shadowlands brings back Arthas. I loved Arthas. But yeah, I will admit, just even from being a fan of it, though, it is starting to feel recycled.
Let's see. Yeah, the last game that they made was Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I wasn't sure if Heroes of the Storm came out before or after that. I know
Heroes of the Storm was before. Overwatch 2016.
I
Right.
thought it was older than that.
But then they did Heroes of the Storm a year before. Then they did Hearthstone a year before that. And then it went to Diablo 3 in 2012.
What about StarCraft 3?
Or
Or StarCraft 2, I'm sorry.
StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, 2010.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then WoW. Yeah, and then before StarCraft 2 was WoW in 2004. So they are not known for pumping out these games.
Nope. And they have there's one other game everyone's looking forward to with them releasing right now. It's like a space game.
Yes.
The only thing that they've got, and this is according to Wikipedia, they've got Diablo Immortal to be determined, Overwatch 2 to be determined, and Diablo 4 to be determined. So I think Diablo
there's also
Immortal.
Diablo, yeah.
Diablo Immortal is the mobile game that everybody, hates. Then just even the notion of. Then there's Diablo 4. So hopefully that will actually be true to the series. I think we actually covered that the other day or the other week. Yeah. So, but they are good on updating and putting out content for the games that they have, like Overwatch and like WoW. And so they do work on that. But as far as, new IPs, I mean, the record's showing. I mean, they have like no point to like make something new if these other properties are making the money. Right.
And I was thinking of Bethesda, not Blizzard, the other freaking powerhouse in gaming.
Yeah, but Bethesda's like they're hit and miss a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, everybody knows them for Fallout. Everybody knows them for Elder Scrolls, and then it's like
you can't pick. No, you can't pick on Bethesda after they gave us Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Yeah, you can't pick on them. You can't be mean to them. I won't allow it.
That's like saying you can't pick on Ford because they gave us the Mustang.
But a Mustang is just like a belly button. Everybody's had one.
Two words, bro. Shelby freaking Cobra.
Okay.
There you go.
That's all right. That's like saying Bill Cosby isn't a bad person because he gave us the Cosby Show. I mean, if you
we'll say that for another discussion.
If they put out crap after the fact, yes, you do have your merits for the things that you used to do and what you were good at, but what do you do? Oh, yeah, what are you doing now? Right?
Hopefully they'll give us something else that's good with Fallout. Like I want an actual freaking massively multiplayer Fallout type game. So like if they were able to do something similar,
another Fallout 76 because that worked out so well for them the first time around.
I'm hoping for something because they completely fumbled on 76. So because what everyone wants has been.
So you want them to try it again?
Well, yeah, I want them to do it the way the fans wanted it to be done.
Like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
People have always wanted to be able to play Fallout with their friends, like actual Fallout with their friends. What they got was not playing Fallout with their friends, So
yeah, they jumped on the survival game hype train, and then they just and they decided to cash in on that, and then it just blew up in their face.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
So I'd like to see them do that and actually do it right, but like you said, good luck with that.
All right, let me see. Okay. Oh yeah, Bethesda is trying to work on an Indiana Jones project.
What?
But so they're trying to make some type of game. But so yeah, you can list Fallout and you can list Elder Scrolls, but what else can you name?
From Bethesda? That's really the only thing that come to mind right off the top of my head from Bethesda that.
So I actually so what other game that they actually did come out with, which was actually really good, was the Doom remake or the Doom sequel, Doom Eternal, and then the other one. I mean, Quake Champions isn't that well known, even though it is a free to play game. I mean, it is fun. It's same thing like Unreal. You know, it just puts you back into like just grab a good gun and just killing people running around. Let's see. I mean, they also came out with Dishonored. Oh, they did the Evil Within series. They did Prey. I mean, they do make some good games, but they're only known for like those two properties. Then you also have like train wrecks like Brink, and then Rogue Warrior was actually, yeah, that was a mess as well. So I don't know. It really depends, and it's like if they're known for putting out, oh yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo is going to come out, and that game looks really good. I mean, if they actually put out like really good games that are well invested and that they are updated and there's plenty enough content for it, then I have no problem with like, you know, a studio putting out one or two IPs and being like amazing at it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My attitude, as long as they develop a good enough of a backstory to when they do expand into other stuff, it's not lame and recycled. That's what I care about the most.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm playing Skyrim right now. Hopefully, I probably just have to get the board just so I can play Skyrim again. But yeah, it's that and the role playing. Yeah, and stuff like that. But I'm all about. That's what I'm into right now. I mean, I'm all about my old ass Skyrim and you know. Right now, I'm trying to find a. Well, never mind. Yeah, I'm back into this big time. When I record it. So, yeah, that's.
All right, Athen, do you have like that list of what is it? It was, let's see, the Golden Globe. All right, do we really want to talk about Golden Globes?
I don't know. I just threw it in there because.
Or wait, Valentine's Day's coming up. How's about the some tech gifts that might actually be useful?
We can go ahead and get into that. All right. So yeah, Valentine's Day will be coming up here in a week. Yeah, a week.
Next week. Yeah.
So we got 20 thoughtful gift ideas for your high-tech Valentine. So congratulations, you and your relationship made it to 2021. I don't know if that's exactly an achievement. This Valentine's Day, get your tech-savvy sweetheart a gift that will make them swoon, whether they're next to you on the couch or sending you love from afar. All right. So romance was difficult for 2020. Candlelit dinners and tightly packed restaurants were replaced by socially distanced coffee get-togethers or Zoom dates. If you were already coupled up, all that togetherness during lockdown perhaps didn't do wonders for keeping the spark alive. But the good news is you and your relationship made it to 2021. If you're still distanced from your significant other, though, technology can bring you closer together. From wearables that keep your heartbeats in sync to heart-shaped gadgets, we have some Valentine's Day gift suggestions that go beyond the flowers and the standard box chocolates. Many are geared toward keeping your connection alive throughout the year. Whether you're down the hall or across the world, browse our tech-inspired suggestions below. So keep the spark alive throughout the year. This could get interesting. All right, so we got Legos in Bloom, botanical collection, flower bouquet. So I'm going to actually share screen on this so you guys don't think I'm pulling your leg. But this is literally a Lego set that's flowers. So let me get it going. Boom.
What was that?
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So, yeah. So, Legos in Bloom. It's literally a Lego set that's flowers. So, I mean, that's thoughtful, I suppose. So, real flowers perish, but 8-bit is forever. This Lego bouquet approximates the look of 8-bit and, like your love, will never die. With 756 pieces and 15 stems, your loved one can customize and enjoy brick versions of roses, daisies, and asters long past Valentine's Day. All right.
This is number one?
That is the top one, yes, the Legos. So if you think
Jesus.
your significant other might like some Minecraft flowers, there you go. And it's $118 freaking on Amazon. Holy crap!
Did you just call them
Oh my
Minecraft
God.
flowers?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All right, so share your Aura. The Aura frame. You connect a Google Photos album to a Nest Smart Display to your photos on a loop, but the Aura digital frame uses its curation tools to find the best photos and remove duplicate and blurry shots. There's no subscription fee or storage limit, which you won't be able to say about Google Photos later this year. And you can invite friends and family to add photos to the Aura app for some socially distanced togetherness. And that's at $259 at Amazon for a picture frame that puts
Now,
random.
I have family that I would be scared to share that because I wouldn't know what would show up in that frame.
Nope.
Right?
I was just gonna make that joke.
No. Nothing good can come from that. I'm just gonna.
No.
Well, hey, if you want to set the mood,
No. Nope. Nothing good.
but it's still like, yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous for like a picture frame because digital picture frames have been around for like a while. So
Yeah. And this is just a
I
digital
think
one.
it's the point that it's got cloud attached to it that anybody
Nope.
can do it.
right.
But I
Yeah.
don't trust anybody to do that.
Nope. Nope. Not gonna.
So the next one's going to be, remember those real viewer thingies that you had the like they were red?
Yeah, I see it right here on the screen.
Create your own real viewer. So for those of us of a certain age, many an afternoon was spent staring into a Viewmaster, clicking away and peering at tiny snapshots of animals, dinosaurs, Barbie, and Disney characters. I certainly remember that. For a look at your own past, this real viewer lets you upload 7 photos of your own for a personalized hit of nostalgia. And that is for $29.95 at Uncommon Goods. You can get your own real viewer. I mean, they were fun as a kid because back then that's like all we had. So stare up at the sun and click away. But
Well, I like the fact that it's a decent price, but it's also that you can make your own. You could put whatever you want your pictures to be in there as
True.
well. So I mean, so if it was like $30 for stock images, then that would just be ridiculous. But I mean, I actually like that concept, and it's actually decently priced, not
You
like
could actually take that
$100
concept-
Lego set that are like
Yeah.
flowers.
Well, you could take that concept and actually create some pretty neat like announcements or
Mhm.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, that would actually be pretty neat for like a gender reveal or something like that. Give
Mhm.
everyone one of these. So, I mean, and then just
And it's
nostalgia
actually cheaper than some of those gender reveals. My God.
and have it just sitting on a shelf or something like that.
Mhm.
Also might be pretty neat. So,
Right.
a bandolier heart pebble leather zip pouch. So basically a purse with a holder for a phone and it's shaped like a heart. That's $98 at bandolier.
Jeez.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it is too.
Ugly
Um,
and overpriced.
Social print studio necklace for $24. You can get basically it's a necklace with a pendant with a picture on it. So that's not horrible. That's
No.
at Social Print Studio. And another digital picture for what the Infinite
Oh,
Objects video print. What the hell is this now? Animated gifts are art, and you can be the artist with an Infinite Objects video print. Upload your own MP4 movie video clip or MOV video clip, and turn it into a moving video print to display anywhere, or choose from existing ones like "I Randomly Love You," a work by Japanese artist Duo Exanemo. It's a 30-minute loop of random adverbs selected by a computer that are inserted into a conversation of "I love you." So,
when you find your boyfriend's cheating on you and you want to display it in a significant way, you could just put the text right there.
this one doesn't have a price. It says visit the site at Infinite Objects.
Like
Right.
I said, some of these things I can see going horribly wrong.
Yes, that being one of them. So, here's the watch that allows you to feel your significant other's heartbeat. So,
Oh, it's Apple. Okay.
it's $500 at Verizon, and show them you care with the Apple.
Damn. It's trying to rob us.
It's an Apple Watch though, so that makes sense.
You know,
It has
Think Inc. had something like that with pillows, where like your pillow would like light up or whatever when your significant other would like hug the same pillow.
There's also a lamp you can touch, and by touching the lamp, it changes the colors that the other person's lamp does. I've
Mhm.
seen that too.
Oh, that just seems like torture. It's like, oh, sorry you're sleeping, and you got like, like a club like strobe light going off.
That's the blindfold for, buddy.
As I said, a lot of them aren't very well thought out.
Has an ECG app, and they can use it to send a digital touch of their heartbeat for discrete expressions of love. So it looks like if you know another person with the Apple Watch Series 6 and you have one, you can say, send my heartbeat to this watch, and they'll feel your heartbeat for a brief moment. So
Pretty sure Apple's going to want their ego stroked for that feature.
Right. A bonded pair. So bond touch bracelets. If the Apple Watch was too pricey, you can feel your partner's touch from afar for less than $100 with a bond touch bracelet. The bracelets transmit touch between two people via vibration and colors, and the accompanying app allows for secure chats. So that's $98.
What, that just vibrates, or?
I'm guessing, like, if you want the person to feel like, or know that you're touching them or want to touch them, you like touch the bracelet in a way and it vibrates for the other person.
Oh, I can see that going dirty so quickly.
Oh, Lord.
Or like that, where you're asleep and then you get woke up because somebody's sending off the watch at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
I wonder if that thing comes in like a ring variety.
I'm sorry, but my husband would so do that if he was on a trip and I was asleep. He would purposely set that off at 3 a.m.
All right. So I woke up in love this morning is the next item. So pillow talk. Even if you're thousands of miles away from your sweetheart, you can still hear each other's heartbeats with pillow talk. Each partner gets a wristband and a speaker which transmit and receives the other's heartbeat. So, aw, heart-shaped mouse.
Why is your heartbeat spiking at 2 a.m.?
Wow.
I don't know.
Sorry, I was sleeping. I had a
bad
nightmare.
dream.
You had a bad dream for like 45 minutes?
So, yeah, right. So here's brilliant idea, heart mouse. Give your boring black mouse a whimsical upgrade with this heart-shaped model, which emits a warm glow when they use it. There's no such thing as a boring black mouse these days. If like you care any little bit about your mouse, you've got a mouse that is not boring. So, let's see. So we got a heart-shaped ring light. There you go. Harambe Keeper there, Mickey. We got a heart-shaped
I'm gonna need one of those. Yeah.
$28 at Urban Outfitters, yo. That's actually not a bad price.
Urban Outfitters.
So, just between you and me, this looks like an app between. You can set up a secure chat on Signal or WhatsApp, but neither is particularly romantic. Between is an app built just for two. You can communicate and keep track of all your special memories and days, anniversaries in one place, and get it on iOS, Android, Mac, and PC. So it doesn't have a price, but it's an app on your phones. Just another. It's beyond me why they have to make a freaking app just for couples to communicate. I don't know. But Cameo, gift your loved one the joy of Great British Bake Off Series 9 finalist Kim Joy, who's sending video messages and chatting with fans on Cameo for a price if they're somehow not
okay. So yeah, I think I talked about Cameo like on an old episode of like ATF. So yeah, Cameo is pretty much like you have like this database of celebrities that you can actually have them, send whoever like a video message or like a voicemail or like a recording. So I actually like that kind of concept that there's actually like a decent amount of celebrities that are actually doing it.
And not charging an arm and leg.
I mean,
some of them.
Yeah.
It is a pretty neat concept, but then at the same time, I don't know personally if that's something that would impress me. Like, I'm like, oh.
Well, I mean, but if there was somebody like in Idol that you really looked up to, and let's say Dez like paid, and they were on Cameo, and Dez paid for them just to like give you like a motivational message, right? Or just to say happy birthday, or like, hey, I hope you're doing well, or something. I mean, I do like the concept of it, as long as they're not price gouging on their fame.
So here's one you were actually kind of talking about this earlier, Don.
Yeah.
Oh, long distance friendship lamps. These lamps are an illuminating way to tell someone you're thinking about them. Buy a pair, keep one lamp for yourself, give another to someone special. Once they're both connected to Wi-Fi, a tap on one will light up the other, no matter how far apart. That's $200 at Amazon. Well, $199 at Amazon. Yeah,
There's one I seen it did different colors.
Really?
I don't know if that one does, but yeah, it's like blue and red and green, and the color depended on how you felt, type thing.
Okay.
Right.
So Pixel Love Box. They're going 8-bit hardcore this year, it looks like. So a note by any other name would smell as sweet, provided it arrives in a love box. Gift the box and fill it with love notes through its app, which lets you send text messages, drawings, photos, and stickers, depending on which model you choose, that appear on a screen inside the box. When your message arrives, the heart on the front of the box will spin. This is an especially meaningful Valentine's gift for those separated by lockdown. That's $100. It's like a little wooden box with a screen in it, I guess. So, and if you have a waiting message, the heart will start spinning.
If only like my phone had notifications that would tell me whenever I got a message.
Right?
Wow.
So, a 3D token of love. Oh, it's a ring, it looks like. Yeah. Thin heart ring 2636 at Shapeways.
Okay.
I love you like a love song, baby.
Oh,
is this
my
freaking,
there.
it's a retro freaking, it's a USB player, but it's a recorder, tape recorder. The Spotify playlist has nothing on an old school mixtape. Transfer your music to a cassette tape via USB so your eternal flame can play it back on this cassette player.
All right, now you're reaching out to a certain age demographic there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of reaching like those 80s and 90s babies.
Right. So yeah,
Whatever.
if it's only $34.83 at Amazon, so it's not even horribly priced. If you'd like to make your own cassette tape for someone, and they can only play it on this particular thing, or if they have a car made in before the mid 90s.
Right. Now it's just, hey, share me that Spotify playlist you got.
Right. So, but I mean, there is so cassette tape music is actually making a comeback for whatever reason. Like there's radio stations that have cassette tape or cassette players in their stuff just specifically to be able to do retro cassette playbacks of.
Yeah, but then you're getting to like audiophile type territory of like, vinyl sounding a certain way and cassettes sounding a certain way. That's a different aspect of it than, a recorder. So that's just a nostalgia gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, they're going to try to latch on to whatever they think they can make money. Just like this dual heart iPhone charging cable. So you have a charging cable that's got a heart on it that splits it into charging two phones. They're getting really tacky with love this year.
Oh yeah.
That's a decent enough concept. It's still a splitter cable, and then you just tack a heart on it, and it's like $17, which is kind of ridiculous for a cable. But it better be like fast charging. Yeah.
So we got My Moods M&M's. Conversation hearts can only say so much. Make your love known the old-fashioned way with chocolate and emoji. How is emoji old-fashioned? Never mind. My Mood M&M's are available in 5 emoji for more of a mixed bag of mixed messages. Love expressions, Valentine emojis are a sweet way to say something.
But can we customize it?
That's what it's sounding like at My M&M's website.
I know on the website you can make it say different words too.
Oh, then you're just gonna have like a bunch of dirty ones.
Yeah.
So you get a bunch of like eggplant emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm looking right now. Experience M&M's, our flavors and stores.
Only available in 5 different emojis. So I guess you can't abuse it. But I'm pretty sure there's a company that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, M&M will actually do it. Don't go under the emoji one. You can do custom M&Ms, and you can have different stuff put on them for custom M&Ms.
I've been to the M&M store in Las Vegas.
They have a store?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is Vegas, so yeah.
Because work got us custom M&Ms one time, and it had the T-Mobile T on it. And you can put all kinds of different stuff on it.
Work harder. Overtime's not bad. Give it your all. Sell more.
Actually, it's not like that, but I've seen other companies like that for sure.
You're not really sick. Don't take vacation ever. All right.
All right. So there's still a few more. I can keep going on this if you want me to. If not. Oh, look, this one. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. All right, Hooked on a Feeling. The Kiru Only X and Cleona couples set. So, if you're separated from a significant other during lockdown, Kiru makes a line of sex toys for men and women that can be used from across the room or across the world. So, this looks like it's what would be the equivalent to a fleshlight and a toy for a woman. And you could mutually use them. So,
Wow.
that was the last item. So,
There you go. That'll do it. That's
$284 if you guys didn't see.
yeah, $289. So I'm actually going to go. Oh, maybe we shouldn't be broadcasting that particular. So I'm going to
Just don't show the picture. That's it.
So,
Now that's worth $289, unlike that picture frame.
I don't know why I just turned on notifications, but I did. So the Cleona Cup is set. It's sold out in Oceania and USA. I would have known. So, due to bad weather conditions in many parts of the world, delivery times may exceed 35 business days. It doesn't really say much about it. Doesn't have any description. Let's see the picture. Yep, it is in fact like a flashlight style device with different speeds of vibration. So, there we go.
Yeah. I'm glad you're able to try and make that PC.
So they've got a couple set here for men. They've got several different couple sets. There's a purple one, a black one, and another purple one for men and women. And they've got a 2 men set. They don't have a set for 2 women. It seems though.
Oh, I hope that just did not come across my microphone.
Sound like I heard
No.
like gunfire on somebody's mic.
That was mine. I'm playing Call of Duty while I was listening to some of the stuff too, and somebody was really mad I killed them.
Oh.
We didn't hear it.
Okay, good. Because that definitely was not family friendly.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Cool. So that is the end of the 20 things that tech items you can get for your loved one this year. So a couple of those were a bit of a head scratcher. That last one there was somewhat interesting. So
Yeah, the last one was yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of curious. I kind of wonder.
You can't help but be curious. I mean,
Let's see. What else do we have on the docket? Let's see. Has anybody played Insurgency Sandstorm?
no.
I have not. No.
Okay. So right now I guess it's only on PC. So if you guys own a PC, Insurgency Sandstorm has a free play weekend on Steam, and it's 50% off. So if you're on PC and you want to try it out, I do recommend it. It is, a more realistic shooter than the arcadey Call of Duty or Battlefield. Let's see. It's 50% off, and if you want to buy it, that means you'll pay. It's only like $15. So that and Arma. It plays different than Arma 3. But it is like one of the more realistic shooters that they have. Let's see. You also get like 2 free weapons available in the latest update. And let's see. China expands player's choice, mid-range weaponry. You get the QTS-11 for security and the QBZ-97 for insurgents. So those are the 2 different factions that you can play. There's also been updates towards balancing and fixes and quality of life improvements. So if that game interests you, then you can go ahead and jump on that for PC. However, speaking of that, Insurgency Sandstorm is now expected to hit consoles in the first half of 2021. So the game's console port has had a lot of issues in its development, especially after last year, because I believe it was trying to come out last year, but in quake of everything else, it was delayed. So the developer New World Interactive has delayed the version of the shooter several times, and the most recent delay pushed out the previously scheduled August 2020 launch and has a better idea for when the game may arrive. According to the crew at New World Interactive, it intends to roll out Insurgency's console iteration on the first half of 2021. So hopefully within this quarter or the next. And it's also getting another studio to help push the game out. Details are courtesy of other big pieces of news. THQ Nordic's parent company is also helping on the push. Lengthy rundown for the acquisitions features a brief update on the game's future. This article has a bunch of fluff in it. I mean, this is why I make like show notes, but I showed up late, so I didn't get to do that. Let's see. New World will operate independently under their parent company, so they can make the game's port. Anyways, so basically, if you don't want to play Call of Duty, you don't want to play Battlefield, and you want like more of a realistic shooter with a different type of community, then I would recommend Insurgency Sandstorm. I mean, though the graphics might not be, up to par from what you're used to on the other ones, the gameplay is still solid nonetheless. Okay.
So I was just scrolling through some stories that popped up in my notifications. I found one about a tattoo model who showers naked with her parrot. So,
all right, go for it.
You want to jump on that now, or you want to save that for your show?
I was just making jokes.
Oh,
I was gonna say, yes, there's pictures.
I mean, we could talk about it, but I'm just saying.
Bummer.
So,
I mean, we are like anti-culture on this show by going into all different aspects of everything weird. And let's see. Yeah, we were already talking about Blizzard. They are saying that don't expect Diablo 4 or Overwatch 2 this year. So any excuse that they have to drag their feet, I'm pretty sure they're going to use it. Other than that, let's see. We've got a few more minutes left. So there was a Valorant player, a pro player that was actually banned for cheating, and he's pretty much telling Riot, the company, to just say prove it. So there have been issues with some of these players where they're like, we were talking about bans on Siege, and then like bans in like esports, and it's like there are some people that actually have enough skill where it looks like, like if you've seen like some of the pros like do some flick shots, it looks like they've got like aimbot on.
Oh yeah,
but
some of the more skilled players, yeah, dude.
Right. So
I've actually gotten reported a couple times in Call of Duty just because, like with my mouse and keyboard, it looks like I'm cheating when I'm not. Right.
And so Riot has handed down a 12-month ban to Valorant pro player and top EU ranked player. I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to attempt that. So he banned him for cheating in a ranked match. Official Valorant esports account for Turkey announced that the ban earlier today, citing an official investigation by Riot into the player. As a result, the player has been dropped by his team.
Ooh.
And his contract has been terminated.
Ouch.
But it's still pending investigation, so they immediately drop him.
Now, can he sue for like defamation of character or something like that?
It's Turkey, so I don't know.
I don't know their rules, but I know here he could if it was found that he was innocent. Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, you also risk, if you sue them for defamation of character, then they could just ban you for that. So then you're losing your account after the fact.
So he can do virtually nothing, or I mean, what could he really do in retaliation?
I mean, I don't know. Like we were talking about, it depends on their laws, right? Because like he's Turkish.
Oh yeah.
So they're saying that so the player pretty much called out the company and said, "Hey, provide evidence that I'm using cheats." And then I guess he's gonna back off, but it's like not like we can really do because he's already banned. But so it says he sent them a message saying, "I personally think I'm being wronged, but I cannot do anything against a company like Riot. I request Riot to show me proof of third-party software they detected and that it is cheating." Neither Riot or the official Turkey account has provided details on his offenses, though the player claims that the offending account hasn't been banned from normal play, as would usually be the case. So he only got banned from ranked play, but not, I guess, like your open casuals. Let's see. It's not the first
like
time.
they're just trying to get him out of. That sounds like they're just trying to get him out of ranked matches.
Right. I mean, because that would actually, count against people's ranking, and then if it's in Valorant being now an esports game, affects eligibility to actually be on a team and compete for money.
Well, I mean, he could always just switch up games and freaking join another team, couldn't he?
I mean, it's possible, but then would the other team want to be associated with that? Because then you also have to look into like a PR cleanup.
Yeah, I was going to say there would always be that thing though of haunting him. Oh, you were accused of it once. Are you going to do it again? Did you actually do it? Were you doing it the whole time? I don't think another team would touch him.
Right. So, I mean, until there's like details, but because, this was brought up a long time ago as well, because Valorant uses anti-cheat software that is installed at the kernel level of your hardware. Or no, I mean, it is software that's installed at the kernel level, meaning that as soon as Windows boots up, that program's running, that software is running, right? Mm-hmm. So unless Riot is ever faithful in their anti-cheat to say that, hey, something's wrong with it, but then as the player, he should be able to say, well, prove I have whatever third-party software to enable me to cheat.
Could somebody have installed the third-party software without the player knowing?
No.
Just making sure.
Yeah, because that anti-cheat software is like tied to the game itself. Okay. And so, but that since it's on the kernel level, the whole stir and controversy is that when the game's not running, that software is running, right? Mm-hmm. And who knows what can be tied to that software? So, if the company wanted to, they can access everything that's on your computer, mm-hmm. right? Or another company can then hack them and then access that. Wow. So and there's nothing you can do about it unless. I'm pretty sure if you install the game, maybe that fixes it. But it's the whole fact of like it's running when you don't want it to run, mm-hmm. right? And so people that actually have half a brain realize that is not a good thing to have going on. Mm-hmm. But then again, there's hidden processes with a lot of our stuff too.
I've had friends try to get me to play that, and I won't just because of all that software. It's just kind of like one of those. No. I mean, I don't have any cheat software because I don't play anything on my computer, but still, it's kind of one of those things. Okay, you have access to anything on here.
Right. And I just didn't like the way that game looks because it's like, a knockoff of CSGO. And that's just not one of those games that like appeal to me. Mm-hmm. Well, do we have one last story? I mean, I have an article pulled up about Google Stadia, but that's not really riveting.
Oh. No, Stadia we knew was going to crash from the get-go.
Oh, okay. So, all right, we'll do one last one before we head out. Since we've been talking about this and keeping up with it, Apex Legends had made $1 billion in less than 2 years of coming out, and there's also going to be a port for the Nintendo Switch and mobile editions coming out as well. Good old EA making that money. Because season 8 rolled out on the 2nd. So last Tuesday. EA's optimistic.
Hero, though?
What's that?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to say, did you see the new Hero? He reminds me of like an 80s like action movie star.
Oh, yeah, he reminds me of the
Snake from LA is what he reminded me of.
he reminded me of the villain from Commando, that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, where like he pretty much played it was like an Australian guy. Or he reminds me of like Eye Patch Kano.
There you go.
I was going to say, he reminded me of the main character in Escape from LA.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't put that type of shit on Snake. Let's see.
Well, they were kind of designed after each other, so.
Oh, right. Let's see. Electronic Arts is optimistic about the future of its Battle Royale game. During EA's latest earnings call, CFO confirmed that the game has already made $1 billion and it hasn't even released the Switch or mobile ports yet. He has a quote saying, "Let's all remember, less than 2 years ago, nobody knew this product existed. Today, it's over $1 billion. We think this is a huge upside to the product over time, and I just encourage people to keep focused on that because we don't have a mobile product today. We don't have a Switch product today. There are still other platforms around the world that we might go to. This is an opportunity that will last for a very long time. We're trying to build it for a long range, not just 1 year blip, and we're excited." Let's see. Apex Legends is coming to Nintendo Switch in March. And part of the reason why EA is releasing the game on Nintendo's consoles because Apex's popularity in Japan, where the Switch is doing big numbers. Japan's the second largest market for Apex. We know it's one of the largest markets for Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why they want to put on Switch. Okay, way to go, Japan. The CFO also mentioned, yeah, of course, that the mobile edition's going to make a lot of money. EA stuff, let's make a lot of money. Game's successful. I mean, it's nice to see that a game is successful enough to make that much money in less than 2 years. I know it had a rocky start, but as soon as they started to add battle passes and get on that train of like seasons, I mean, it's still solid like gameplay. I mean, look at like how successful Overwatch was doing with like the limited amount of characters. Mm-hmm. And for like a BR game, like I remember when this game came out, this was like probably the only BR game that actually had like solid gunplay because you had like Fortnite and you had PUBG, and then there just wasn't that much variety. Mm-hmm. And because this, I mean, yeah, so 2 years ago, I mean, look at what options you had. You didn't have much. And then everybody was doing the BR hype train and was jumping on it and trying to cash in on it. But like Battlefield made a BR version. And that like completely fell apart. Well, that's because DICE also doesn't update and fix their games. All right, 3 minutes left. I think that's all the time that we have for you guys.
Hey, I got an idea. Something I'd like to talk about next week if we do this again. What I actually just got on starting. I got an investment app, and I was looking at NVIDIA. Why don't we have a show where we talk about investing in gaming technology stocks?
You mean dedicate one of our shows to that?
Well, at least have a segment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can have a segment. Just like anything else. No, you know what? I'll make this. We'll talk offline on it.
Okay. Well, that and touch Bitcoin. Never mind. We're not going to touch. But I want to get into the gaming aspect because it's getting big enough. I think that we could, it would just be really something cool to invest in because I think I don't know if it's long term per se, but short term is as much money as these guys are making, as much money is going into producing this stuff. Right. There's got to be a good market as far as investing at the short to moderate term, as far as investments and growing your wealth is concerned. That's just me spitballing, but yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll definitely bring it up offline. Okay. So thanks everybody for joining us. We are the L-Train Fighters. Please follow us on socials. We have Facebook page. We have Facebook, we have Instagram and YouTube. We are also sharing a lot of the other shows on WO Network. So please check us out there if you missed any of our other shows. If you are on YouTube and not on Facebook and you want to check out our library. I'm Don. You can find me on my socials at Screaming Hanya for Instagram and Twitter. Also check out my meme page at Nourish Me Senpai. Check out my gaming page at Game With Me Senpai. Athen, what have you got?
Make sure you check out State of Mind, and also check out all our social media. Alien Fighters are at 710 on Summer. Check me out at Athen Daily. Don't forget about Last Comic Standing. Go over to the WO Entertainment page to find out more about that. Also, got Warrior Fest coming up later this year. So stay tuned, listen more for that. Follow WO Facebook page. Jen or Mickey, got anything?
Yeah, go first.
Oh, well, I was just going to say my new show starts this Wednesday at 7. It's just going to be anything video games from old school to the current stuff. I try to play a little bit of everything. You know, if you guys got something you want to see us play, just let me know, like, on our page.
All right.
Mickey Severson, the Harambe Keeper. I'm Mickey Severson on Facebook. I was on Instagram for like a half second with a couple of weightlifting buddies, and that fizzled fast, but I want to get back on that because I got to get ready for Warrior Fest anyways. Pimp got me. I have to get. I have to be down to. I'm pushing 260 right now. I have to be down to 225 by basically 1st of November. I got a Twitch account, but I haven't used it in like an Ice Age, so I'll get back on there and I'll update you guys on that. So
When's your show?
Oh, it's every Thursday. It's either 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8. I'll get that clarified. The Harambe Keeper. I'm gonna eventually get a gaming segment in there just for fun. But right now it's cooking, it's writing, it's VA concerns, things like that. So we got a couple of things going on there.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.